Alright, so now the next question is this. What about acupuncture? Can Christians use acupuncture? I don't know how to pronounce it. Acupuncture. Alright. Should Christian go for acupuncture? Alright. Who do you think invented acupuncture? Who invented Pilates? Pilates. Who invented acupuncture? Jesse. This man called RQ. RQ. RQ? No, I make this up. It's not true, right? It's not true, right? Now, AQ has to do with certain pressure points. That is what it means. Certain pressure points. And then puncture, they literally put a needle there to puncture your skin, puncture certain things. Alright, so what is acupuncture? Acupuncture is a form of medical, they think is medical treatment where they use needles, they poke into certain points of your body. Who went through acupuncture before? Wow, okay, acupuncture. Alright, so you know what it means, right? So they puncture, they use needles and puncture certain points on your body. So acupuncture. Xing Yuan, why did you go for acupuncture? You like pain?
No, it's for treatment.
Treatment of? Body. Yeah. What was wrong with your body at that time?
It was very stiff, so they just make it to relax.
Oh, very stiff. You couldn't play the piano. Really? So did you feel that, woo, after that, wow. Yes? Did it help? It helped. So acupuncture must be true. It's fine, no problem. Let's end the Q&A. So should Christian use acupuncture? Did it help? Ooh, it helped. Who else? Mr. Claude, what happened? Why did you want to go for acupuncture?
I got
Ankle injury. So you want to injure it more?
after do that, and then you circulate the blood flow.
After do that, circulate the blood flow and then?
And then heal better.
Heal better. Oh, so did it help?
Yes.
If it helps, then it works, then it must be from God. Now, what is acupuncture? Right, so I already said acupuncture is about putting needles in you. Wait, what else did they put? Did they put electricity on the needles?
Yep.
Wow. Wow, yours is very serious acupuncture, huh? Oh, so your ankle. Your ankle. So they not only put a needle in, they put electricity. They connect to the wall and electricity to you. Really? Wow.
Not to the wall.
I'm glad you noticed. To the wall, I think we will die. Right? To the wall, you'll die. I was still wondering, yeah, really to the wall. Right? To a machine, alright? To a machine. To the wall, you die straight away. You won't be here. Alright, so acupuncture, they have all this, they put needles, then sometimes they burn, they heat up the needles, sometimes they put electrical pulses through the needles, so they put at different points of your body. So that is what acupuncture is. But now it goes back to the beliefs. Alright, the beliefs. Now the beliefs goes back again to Eastern mystical philosophy. Eastern mystical philosophy. Now they also base this on, you think, what do they base this on? What do you think, Enoch, what do you think they base this on? Base this on health? They base it on certain energy. What do you think the energy is called? Howard? Qi. Also qi. Alright, qi or chi, whichever one you spell. Qi. They also based it on this concept of qi. Alright, qi. Now the belief system of acupuncture is that in the human body, okay, this is not a very balanced human body, right? In the human body, Right? Gingerbread man. All right? Now, they believe that in the human body, not so funny one, huh? The human body, there are what are called meridian points. Meridian. All right? So they say your body is divided into different points where energy flows through this, wait, another color. Right? This chi, all right? This chi flows through your body. All right? That's why just now we said, right? Qi Gong is about this flow, this qi in you that must balance. And if you can harness this qi, you can boom, and then what? And then nothing happened. And then someone can fall down, right? Wow, you can become very strong, very powerful. So they believe I can harness this energy. All right? This energy called qi. So they say, yeah, all this energy is flowing. Now, they believe that you fall sick. You fall sick. Or you have a problem because of what? What do you think? No, what do you think? In their concept.
The chi is off balance.
The chi is off balance. That is one. Why is it off balance? Eat too much onions. Why is it off balance? Off balance, one of the reason is certain path, certain energy path in you is blocked. Very good, very smart. Right? It's blocked. It's blocked. So now, if that is blocked, then the energy don't flow. Suddenly imbalance of energy flow, right? So that is their concept. The concept is, now if that is blocked, then what you need to do? What do you need to do when something is blocked? Unblock. Right? So they have certain spots in the body. So sometimes you go to this acupuncture shop, you have this picture of, much better picture of this man. Well, a lot of lines in him, right? There are a lot of points in there, right? Do you see it now? Some have thumbtacks in there, poke, where to poke, right? So they believe that if you poke at certain meridian points, you can once again rebalance, open up the flow, and balance up the energy inside you, so you feel better. All right? If you have injury, the same. All right? Unblock this flow, and then you recover better. All right? So, Xing Yuan, when you went there, did they explain all this to you? No. You didn't ask also?
No, I'm not there deliberately for acupuncture.
You were not there for deliberately for acupuncture. You walk past and then they throw at you. What mean deliberate? Not deliberately.
It's like I just went to chiropractic. So.
You went to chiropractor, and then while the chiropractor was doing, just decided to stick needles in you.
They do ask if you want to use it.
So you say, okay. So yes, some chiropractors, they practice it. All right, they practice it also. Chiropractors practice it. Okay, so young ones, do you know what is chiropractor? Chiropractor, no. Chiropractor, I'm very be careful. Chiropractor are trained people that manipulate, move your body to align certain structures, basically help you with physical injuries or pain. Okay, so who's a chiropractor in our church? They're chiropractors, right? Valerie is chiropractor, is it? You must not mix up chiropractor with what? Physiotherapists, they get very angry, all right? Just to let you know. So don't mix them up. Right, chiropractors, some chiropractors practice it. Okay? So if you go to a chiropractor room like Xing Yuan, and you see a lot of needles, you better worry. Yeah?
I don't know how they learn it, but if chiros and physio learn it more on evidence-based plotting, then isn't it more like trying it rather than acupuncture?
Okay, so the question is this. Since chiropractors tend to do things based on Western form of thinking, not Eastern mystical, then if they do it, then shouldn't there be some reason, good reason to do it?
Doesn't it become tri-needling instead of acupuncture?
Doesn't it become?
Tri-needling instead of acupuncture.
Doesn't it become dry needling instead of acupuncture? What is dry needling? Huh?
I think this thing called dry needling too, and we were like just typing on Google to see what it is, and it says says that it's more evidence-based.
Okay.
Doesn't really stop it.
All right. So dry needling is more evidence-based. Evidence-based means they try, and then they say, hey, there is empirically, empirically by results. It seems to have positive results. So if Cairo does it based on studies and say, hey, there is positive results, then it is evidence-based, not mystical-based. Okay? So is that okay? Okay, so we answer all these questions. Now, number 1, do you believe that we have meridian points and this T, this green and red, this blue and red T, yin and yang, all right? Mr. or Madam yin and yang is flowing through you. All right? If they don't like each other that day, unbalanced, they're quarreling, oh, you're going to have stomach ache, you're going to have headache. All right? Do you believe that this yin and yang is flowing through you and you must use acupuncture to balance back the energy? Phoebe, do you believe that? No. Right? Phoebe is very skeptical. No. Why, Phoebe? No, for thousands of years people believe that. How old are you, Phoebe? Huh? 9 years old. For thousands of years they believe that, and you're 9 years old. Who should we believe, Phoebe or thousands of years of belief? Who should we believe, Phoebe or thousands of years of belief? Enoch. Hey, don't make enemies. Right. Isaac, since your cousin, who to believe? Believe Phoebe. Then depends why Phoebe believe that. We believe the Bible. Alright, if we believe the Bible. If Phoebe's belief is according to the Bible, then we believe Phoebe. So, I'm sure you believe because God says, I'm the one who give you life. I breathe life into you. Not yin and yang. Not this floating yin and yang that gave you life. It's God that gave you life. Whether you're sick, not sick, it is God that is in total control. Okay, not yin and yang. So when you're sick, what should you do? Look for Mr. Yin and Yang. Look for Mr. AQ. What should you do? What does the Bible say when you're sick? What do you do? Claude. Sleep. Huh? See doctor. Pray. Very good. Right? We turn to James. Okay, quick. James 5:14 to 16. Now it all boils down, James James 5. When you're sick, look for RQ. Now, James 5:14 to 16. Let's read. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer of the faith shall save the sick, and the Lord shall raise him up, and have committed sins, they shall be forgiven. So 2 things. Please look at verse 14. Is there any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them puncture him. No, pray. Let them pray over him. Alright? Anointing him with oil, or put electricity through him. Now, what is it anointing him with oil? It's simply do what is necessary physically. The rubbing of the oil. When you have body pain, do you rub oil? No. Right? Some oil are very smelly, but they're effective. Right? Muscle relaxant. Alright, so rub oil. So he said, now, treat them medically. And pray. These 2 things, human responsibility and prayer. It is God. It is God that works. Alright, it's God that works. So we should not believe in this freeing up of balancing of yin and yang in the body. Hey, by the way, I wrote in my pastoral also. Is Eastern, thousands of years, China, Eastern medical history, and is it all rubbish and superstition? Is it all rubbish and superstition? Who did not read my pastoral? Be honest. Well, all read. Okay, because you were not here. Alright, so all read. Okay, then let me pick. Wait, who to pick? Shenrei. What's my question? I myself forgot. What's my question?
Was it all rubbish?
Is it all rubbish? Is all the thousands of years of Chinese medical writings are all rubbish? Yes, so that's my question. No, some of them are based on scientific reasons. In fact, the Western world did benefit much from some of this research. When there are medical researchers, medical documentation, it is true, they have a rich and useful medical history, right, that benefited the world. But when it comes to the concept of mysticism, qi, can the Christian accept that? No, we cannot. We are not against China. We are not against their culture and so on. But once it has to do with mysticism, the Christian, even if you're from China, you must reject because it involves God's honor, correct? Alright, so please know that I'm not against Chinese medicine, right? As long as it's based on... Now, medicine, many things that they do is really what God provided for. When they say certain herbs helps you, if medically, yes, who created herbs? Let me ask you, Grace, who created herbs? Who created herbs? God. Can God create things that when man eat, it helps you medically? Yes. But should we attribute it to eating those herbs and then qi is balanced? We cannot. We attribute it to the creation that God provided to man. Alright? The problem is attributing it to the mystical concept. That is the problem for the Christian. Now, but then the question is this. Claude felt better. Xing Yuan felt better. So does it work or not? Vincent?
Yes.
It works.
No, that's the question.
Does it work?
Asking you what your question is.
Okay, then I'll not ask you anymore. Means you're not paying attention. Waste time. Does it work, Alex?
That's right.
It does work. Does body stretching work? Yes. Does breathing work? Yes, God created our bodies that way. Why does acupuncture work? Like dry needling, right? The Cairo, they do use it because they did find that it worked. Why does it work? Why do you say, hey, there's a doctor here, all right? Colin, why does it work? Is it because you're there? I don't think about qi, I don't think about qi, I don't think about qi. Hey, don't get healed. I think about qi, I think about qi, I think about qi. Hey, get healed. Or intrinsically it works. Put you on the spot.
Intrinsically it works, but I think in the past, because they weren't able to research it objectively the way that we can nowadays. So based just on observation, and then I think the explanation for it, as you say, was along the lines of mysticism, to try to make it give it some credibility and some explanation or reason as to why it's effective.
All right.
So the treatment technique works, but I think the understanding of it is flawed.
All right. So the treatment itself works. So medically, doctors have known of results positive results that come from acupuncture. All right. So, hi, young ones. Any pain? Any sickness? You want to go for acupuncture? No. Oh, so fast, Maggie. What about injection? Now the question is this. Medically, it works. There is a medical reason, not a mystical reason. I say again, it's a medical reason, not a mystical reason. Like Colin said, they can't explain, so they associate it to a mystical reason. So Colin, why does it work medically?
Okay, so nowadays even physios do dry needling, which of course has its origins in acupuncture. The needle actually stimulates certain nerves and reflexes. So what happens as a result is you get muscle relaxation, and you also have a reduction in symptoms like pain and stiffness.
Okay.
And purely because of the actual physical stimulation of the nerves by the needle.
Okay, Maggie? Your daddy said, fully understand, 100%. Yes, daddy, that's what. All right, three things. All right, three things that is it. Number one, The puncturing, the needle hitting you. Hey, the young one suddenly lost interest, I'm going to bring some needles. When the needles poke your body. Now, they realize that they poke certain point. I don't know whether they brought a lot of people and every day poke, or you poke here, you poke here, poke here. But somehow they mapped up something. And they did know that poking certain points did help certain things. So medically, people do know today that when you stimulate through agitation of certain points of the body where there's a nervous system there, it does have some reaction. There's a medical reason. And some of this reaction is causing you to actually relax that part of the muscle. Okay? It actually causes your body to actually relax that, the muscle to relax. Nothing to do with Madam or Mr. Yin and Yang flowing there and say, hi, we are here to rescue you. It has to do with the body reaction. That's one. Alright? So the poking does help. That's why the heat that some of them use, it makes it even more effective sometimes. The electrical impulses, they're all actually agitating your nerve system. Alright? So, wait, where did they poke you? At your back, right? Now, what some of them realize is you are stiff because certain parts of your muscles just won't relax. But some of this area where they poke, it actually affects the nervous system. It naturally in there, the way God created it, it actually sends signals to this other part that are very tight and they relax it. Alright? That is why the same thing as massage and all that. Now, hey young ones, losing your attention. When you fall down and you bang your head against the table and then there's, baluku, what does mommy do, Phoebe? What does mommy do? Besides scolding you, I know. What does mommy do? Oh, you never fell down before. Alright, then I ask your mommy, what would you do, Leah, after scolding her? What would you do?
Try to give it a rub.
Try to rub it. Why? To rub the pain? No. Right, now you remember the pain. Why you rub? What do you rub? Don't know. Actually, whose parents rub with egg? Your parents are Australian also like that. Your mom quickly go boil a hard-boiled egg, break the egg, and then use the hard-boiled egg to rub that area. Why? Because you like egg.
My mom and dad are not Australian, by the way.
No. Say again?
My parents are not Australian.
Your parents are not Australian, so they follow. Now, so they heat up, they boil the egg and then they rub. Now the hot egg and rubbing, that is actually improving blood flow, the rubbing, stimulating certain nerves. When you have more blood flow. Now, clot, all right, the doctor can correct me. Clot, when your leg was injured, isn't counterintuitive to go and let them injure you more? They're already injured. You go there and say, they take this needle. They say, I'm already injured. Why do you injure me more? Why do you think so, doctor?
Don't know enough.
Don't know enough. Now, at least what I was told, all right, by sports doctor and whatever. Typically, actually, yeah, it seems counterintuitive that if it's injured, you already have baluku, mommy rub some more. Right? Isn't it more painful? Now, sometimes the understanding is, the point is this. You are trying to stimulate blood flow. Understanding? Blood flow, especially with blood carrying oxygen, it speeds up healing. Agree, doctor? Yes. Speeds up healing. The whole point is sometimes they will try to stimulate that area more, make you feel more pain. Seems like injuring it more. When your body seems like, it's injured. What do? Send Mr. Yin and Yang. No. It naturally sends more blood to that area. And it speeds up healing. That's why you actually may feel better. Now some of there is a medical thing that is going on behind. The acupuncture stimulates this thing. Nothing to do with freeing up, blocking meridian qi points to get the qi flowing. Okay? Enoch, do you understand? Are you sure? Okay. Alright, so I hope I've answered this. So the question is about dry needling. Yes, they observe. It's by observation. It's not attributing it to yin and yang. Alright, so that is one of the things. So can you go for acupuncture? Sarah, can Christians go for acupuncture? The question is, what goes through your mind when you're going for acupuncture? All right? And you walk out after the acupuncture feeling better. Who do you thank? Yin and Yang? Who do you thank? Thank who? Mommy for paying the bill. Thank who? Thank God. Right? That God used this treatment and God knows His creation. He helped you. Alright? Okay, so please understand acupuncture. We are not against Chinese medication, but anything that attributes to qi and all that, you be very conscious. Yes?
So we usually refer to heaty foods as 热气.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Yes, so finish your question.
So should we just not use a term to refer to oily foods?
Okay, so oily food, alright, parents? Don't eat so much McDonald's fries. Why? Why? Jesse, why? Because it's fatty, okay? What else? Okay, ask another one. Chloe, why? Don't eat so much McDonald's fries. Only because it's fatty? You? Not healthy. Okay, ask the Chinese. Cassandra. Why? You know what they eat, then they get sore throat, and then, you know, they fall sick, they got fever.
It's not nutritious.
It's not nutritious. Oh, still using the right words. But in the past, we always say what? It is very heaty. Very heaty. Not that the chips are very hot. Very heaty. So eat cold chips. Is it? Oh, eat cold chips is fine? So the concept of heaty, the other one is, if you have a cough, don't drink this cold things. Why? Because it's very liang. Who is it? It's a translation to English. It's cold. Coldy. That one is heaty, that is coldy. Alright? Too cool. You cough more. Right? So they have this concept of heaty and cold. Liang. Huh? This, to them, is their way of explaining yin and yang in you. Understand that? One is heat, the other one is cold. You must get the balance. So you're right. Does eating chips make you unwell? Yes. Is it because it's heaty? I can't remember yin is hot or yang is cold. Or yang is hot. Is it because one of it is too strong in you? No. It's simply nutrition-wise, what's the other one say? Fatty, oily, unhealthy. That's it. Medically, alright? So, parents, we need to change the things that we say. Alright? Stop saying heaty and cold. When you say heaty and cold, you may not realize this. You're actually subscribing to the whole concept of yin and yang. That's what you're doing. Just tell your kid, don't eat so much chips. Besides, it's very expensive for us. It is not good for your health. Alright? It's not healthy. Don't say it's heaty. So it's heaty, I must give you some liang teh. Alright? Does liang teh works? Liang teh means cool tea. Alright? Don't think of it as counteracting it all. Does certain herbal drink has value? Yes. Who created the herbs? God. Does God create certain herbs that are useful for our body, that help certain situation in us? Yes, God does that. My dog, which is no longer alive, last time, when my dog is sick, we have to let the dog out of the garden. You know why? So that it dies somewhere else. No. When my dog is sick, we let it out. When it runs out, it will come back and then it will keep vomiting. Then after that, it's happy already. Then it runs around with me. Then one day I asked my mom, why do we do that? You know? Dogs, they know certain herbs that they run to certain places, they smell. Somehow dogs have this built-in sense by God in them. They know that eating certain grass, certain leaves, it will make them throw up. It's bad. And when they throw up some of the toxins and they get better. Alright? So are those natural things, those herbs, those leaves in nature, do they have good value? Yes. Why? Because God created. Not because you find it to balance your yin and yang. That's a concept. That's how the superstitious people who do not acknowledge God explain all these things. But we don't attribute it to that. Anything wrong with drinking liang teh? Nothing wrong. It's God's creation. But please don't say, I'm trying to counterbalance heatiness. Okay? Hey, all right. All right, clear as mud? Okay, we have no more time to answer questions, so please submit if you have further questions. Let's pray. What do we have here? Top 5 reasons why church dropouts, what church dropouts say, why they stop attending church. Now, please remember 66% of, well, I take the American view, they are the most readily available results. They stop attending church at least a year after turning 18. So from